what happens is our civil engineering study, this total engineering study depends upon the Newton's third law. So what does Newton's third law says? It says every action has its equal and opposite reaction. Mean if you if you push a body in a certain direction, that body will try to be in equilibrium first any object will try to be in equilibrium. So in order to get that equilibrium state, it has to counter your force, right? So if you want to push something in order to be in equilibrium state, that body or that object has to create an equal amount of resistance. Am I right? So in this case, you need to know first that every body or every object is, we will calculate that as in a equilibrium state. Mean, say in our earth, I mean above the ground, every matter has its gravitational force, right? So there is a force working in our earth which will always try to get back into in its own core. So there is always an external force working over each and every one of us. But outer this earth, mean in the space, there is no external force to pull you down. So there you need to create an external resistance force to work. So in that way, we have to know what is the equilibrium. What is the equilibrium condition? So as we have discussed about that each and every matter or object would want to be in equilibrium states, whatever may it is. It may be in a physical way, as say if someone try to push you, then you will try to resist that pushing force, right? Similarly, in a chemical study, each and every atom will want to be in equilibrium state by reducing an electron or by joining an electron, right? So every matter in this universe is actually trying to be in equilibrium. But there is another theory which is entropy theory, which is not very much a stable or equilibrium condition. That is another topic. But solely we will like to discuss for our civil engineering study is about equilibrium. So so we are just concentrating on our physical approach only here. See, as we have discussed this in our previous classes, that these are some type of connection. See, these are some possible connection or joints we will notice in our civil engineering studies. So what will this connection implies? What is the purpose of providing a connection? Just take another example. Say, if a human body, say this is a human body, okay, so if someone try to pull their hand in a certain direction, say they are trying to pull this hand in a certain direction, right? So a certain amount of force has been projected in this direction, right? Whatever may the force value it is, but a certain amount of force have been subjected to in this direction. So in order to be in a stable position, so your body would not like to dislocate your arm from your shoulder, right? So there is a joint mechanism which has been incorporated in your shoulder, which will try to resist that arm to get dislocated from your shoulder. So here your shoulder is a another type of connection. So here a shoulder connection will try to resist this direction of force. Mean a shoulder will try to resist that equal and opposite direction of force to keep your arm in a stable condition. So here you need to know what is the type of connection which where the member is subjected. So you very much need to know the connection. So without knowing the connection, there is no purpose of understanding what is the weight of your arm, what is the size of your arm, because if that connection would not be able to hold your arm with shoulder, then it is no point understanding the weight of the member or what is the alignment or geometry of the member, right? If it gets dislocated from the connection. So we need to know very much. We need to know, understand the connection system of any structure very well. So in our connection, we have studied that there is almost a basic three type of connection, which are hinge connection, which is hinge connection. Another one is roller connection, and another one is fixed connection. So basically these are the three basic type of connection you will observe in day-to-day life's structural element. So in hinge connection, it is a very easy example to give you. That hinge connection is, you can observe it in our door or window, that our window or door can turn in a certain direction to get open, right? When you open a door, you have to just, if this is a door, just so if this is a door, then this door must be connected with some hinge connection in this manner. Say this is a hinge connection. You are watching it from a top view. Okay, that door you are watching it from a top view, and this is connected with a hinge connection. So you just, if you try to hit in this direction of the door, what will happen? Will the door open? Will the door open? Anyone? I'm asking.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. Why? Because in this direction, the hinge support is connected, and that hinge support is acting as a resistance force, mean that there must be another force which is trying to resist this force, and that another force must be generated from this hinge connection. Just a minute. So that equal and opposite force must be coming from this hinge connection. So you can understand from this that this hinge connection is capable of another vertical direction, opposite direction in this way. Okay, now say if you just tell me, if you try to pull that door in this way, okay, so in this position, some a type of a hang or a type of a hand or door hand are installed mostly. Okay, so a child or someone is hanging or trying to pull this door in this direction. So tell me, will that door come out from this hinge part, or will that door respond to that direction? Anyone? Did you understand what I tried to ask you? If you try to pull that door in this direction, okay, so whether this door will try to come out from this direction?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. Exactly.
No, ma'am.
Exactly. So why this door will not try to come up from this direction? Because a certain amount of equal and opposite force has been generated or directed from this hinge connection, right? So that hinge connection must be resisting that force. So how that hinge connection may create a resistance? So in order to create a resistance, you need to create an equal and opposite direction of force. This is the only possible way to be get resisted. So now you have observed that a hinge connection, if this is a hinge connection, if this is a hinge connection, this hinge connection is capable of resisting this vertical direction and this horizontal direction. Now, if you try to create a force in this direction, okay, now what will happen? Just tell me, if you create a force in this direction to that point of the door, then what will happen?
Then the door will open.
Okay, then the door will open, right? So there is no connection attached in this point. So if you provide a force in this moment, what will happen? Just incorporating this length, maybe this is L. So I am providing a force, push force of P. So this is a moment. P into L, this is a moment created by me, okay, providing that length and pushing, availing that pushing force. So this door will automatically open, right? So now you have observed that hinge connection is not capable of holding a moment connection, right? So hinge connection is not capable of holding a moment connection. Hinge connection is only capable of resisting a horizontal force and a vertical force. So in order to keep in equilibrium state, a hinge connection is only capable of resisting horizontal force and vertical force. Is that clear? Is that connection clear to you, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
So, okay. So next, move into the next connection. So next, come to the roller connection. Okay. So say, say, what I should say. Say in a fair, you have seen a toy train, right? A moving toy train. This is a toy train. So people tend to sit here in a toy train. So here a roller is connected to this rail. Okay, this is, I hope you have observed this, that this rail will go in this way, right? In some of amusement park, there is an advanced technology which has been used, that in order to create more fun, that toy train will move in opposite to the gravitational force, right? So how it may happen? So that this railing and this um, and these wheels are, and this railing must be connected, but at the same time, actually what happens, this is totally a chain connection. What happens is, this roller mechanism is totally a chain connection which is connected with this rail. That is why if that vehicle go up to that position, this will not fall from this alignment. Okay, so what happens, say if you are sitting over here, or yes, if you're sitting over here, so you are creating a certain amount of force in this direction, right? So tell me whether this, tell me the basic answer, whether this vehicle will collapse, or this vehicle will not collapsing will not be a good terminology to use. Just tell me, if you sit over here, will this vehicle try to move in this direction? Tell me.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, exactly. So this vehicle will try to resist. From where it will get that resistance? From this railing. This railing is giving that support to create a resistance in equal and opposite direction, right? So now tell me that if you push this vehicle in this direction, what will happen? Applied, it will even not be able to resist the moment as well. So what happens? So for roller connection, the only resistance is the vertical connection. Sorry, the vertical reaction. And for the hinge, it was vertical and horizontal. So for roller connection, it is only a vertical connection which will try to resist, or which will or which force will try to keep that connection in a equilibrium position. Okay, so now next come to the other connection, which is fixed. So fixed is, you have just say this is a block, this is a say, okay, let me just show you in this way. Say this is a glue box, okay? In this box, a glue are filled with, this box is filled with a glue, okay? Now, you put a wooden stick in that glue box, okay? Keep it for a certain time. Then, let this glue dry, okay? Now, try to pull this stick over in this direction. What will happen? Box of Fevicol. Now let that Fevicol box dry out for 2 days. Let's say 2 days. Now try to pull this stick out in this direction. What will happen?
Ma'am, resistance will occur.
Okay, exactly. A certain amount of resistance you will feel, that this
Yes,
stick will not try to, this stick will try to stick in this box. So there will be some kind of resistance you will feel. Now, provide a force in this direction as well. What will happen? Similarly, a certain amount of resistance you will feel from this stick. So where this resistance is coming, where this resistance of the stick is coming from? This is coming from this glue box. So now try to create a movement. Okay, try to create a movement. See, you will observe that this stick will try to resist that movement as well initially, right? So you can see that there is 3 possible amount of reaction force, which is a vertical force, a horizontal force, and a moment. This is the 3 possible force and moment which defines the equilibrium state of any body or any member or any subject or any object. So you can observe that in this scenario, these 3 force will be resisted. So in this case, we will say that this stick has been connected, fixed, in a fixed way. This is a fixed connection. In a similar way, in a structure, what happened? A beam has been, a beam is extended from a fixed concrete wall connection. Okay, so that beam will resist a moment, a vertical force, and a horizontal force and a vertical force. Okay, so these are the 3 types of connection which is a main concentration to study our determinacy. Now let us come to the determinacy. Now you have understood the characteristics of the reaction of the support system. You have understood the support system reaction forces, right? So now you will easily understand what is determinacy. Now this support system, what happens, this support system is a unit structure only. The main structure is get the main structure get completed when a member is subjected over these support systems, right? Now in this scenario a determinacy comes into the scenario. Now say there is a certain amount of reaction force which will be generated by the support, and there is a certain amount of internal force which will be in this member. This member has its internal resistance, right? So if one person would stand upon this member, there is some internal resistance this member will show, and then that member will draw that resistance from these support systems, right? So now in that scenario the determinacy come into the part. Say what it says, that the equilibrium
Summation of forces in along x-axis and y-axis is 0.
Yes. So as I have mentioned earlier, that in order to be in equilibrium state, one has to be able to resist the forces coming from horizontal direction, the forces coming from vertical direction, the forces or the moment created in a certain direction. Well, say just an example which I try to give, that just a minute. So here, so the equilibrium conditions are the summation of all the vertical forces. So you don't know what there must be a different kind of horizontal forces which can be subjected to a particular member, right? Only a one horizontal member might not be in the system. There might be a several amount of horizontal force coming to that body. So you need to make that sure that all the horizontal forces, summation of horizontal forces must be equal to 0. Then only the equilibrium condition for horizontal case will be justified. Next, all the summation of the vertical force will be 0. And next, all the summation of moment will be 0. So here, what do you mean by the vertical and horizontal forces? Here the vertical forces mean the force you are providing or force you are applying externally, and the horizontal resistance provided by the member. So both the horizontal direction will come into this equation. Not only the external force will come, all the horizontal direction, the resistance by you and the external force provided from other system will be incorporated in this equation. This equation is applicable for the beam connection. Now let us study this once more. So as for general rule, a stable structure can be identified as being either statically determinate or statically indeterminate by drawing free body diagram. So you need to first draw the FBD, free body diagram, which you have already been taught in engineering mechanics and strength of materials and structural analysis. I hope so. So free body diagram of all its member or selective parts of its member, and then comparing the total number of unknown reactive force. See here, there are several times this unknown force has been mentioned. What is this unknown force? See, just come into the formula, then it will be quite clear. R equal to 3N. This is designated as statically determinate. What is R? R is the force and the moment reaction components. And what is N? N is the total number of parts. So here, see, total number of parts here, with total number of parts, there is a number being multiplied, which is 3. Why it is 3? Why it is not 4? Why it is not 6, 7 here given? Here N mean the number of parts in a system. So each and individual part will generate these 3 forces, or there will be an internal force of these 3 direction, mean a horizontal direction, a vertical direction, and a moment. So these 3 type of forces will be, that internal resistance will be developed by the each part or the each member, which should be equal to the reaction forces. Means, say this is a beam, and I'm not going to the detailing of support system. See here, this support system, as you can see, this is only giving a vertical direction resistance. So that reaction force, when that reaction force will be equal to that internal resistance of that member, then we will call this structure to be determinate. But when this support system, this reaction will be more than the internal resistance of the member, or that internal resistance of the member is more than this support reaction, then we will call that structure to be statically indeterminate structure. Clear? So now let us come to some example, then it will be much clearer. See, this is an example given here. See the A example here. Okay, well, see this A example here given, this is a member, this is a beam, you can see, which is rested upon, let me zoom it. Okay. See, this is a beam which is supported over these 2 support systems. So one support, what is this support, you can observe? What do you think? What kind of support is this? If I draw this member, only showing you that this is connected to a hinge support, what happened? What kind of section you can observe here? You have seen this kind of example already in your daily transportation system. Have you seen when a crossover of a railing, say there is a crossover where a rail supposed to go or a train supposed to go from one place to another place, our rail bar are aligned in a certain way that a road vehicle can get able to stop for a certain time. So you have observed this train rail, this bar, this obstruction, rail obstruction, right? So what happens? It has been mechanically, this bar are mechanically opened in this direction, and when the train goes, and this bar are mechanically put into this place when the train comes into that rail part, right? So this is the same member. Now say, so what are the resistance which are provided by the support? What are the resistance? Tell me. Attached to it, कौन से पॉसिबल फोर्सेस से ये सपोर्ट इस बार को पकड़ के रखना चाहेगा? क्या लगता है?
Horizon.
Okay, horizontal,
Movement.
and
Reaction
No,
moment. Reaction moment.
no, movement will not be applicable. Why? Because as I have shown you, कि देखो ये बार ऐसे जो ट्रेन लाइन के पटरी के बाहर जो ये रहता है ना, ये यहाँ पे सब व्हीकल खड़ा रहता है, तो ये क्या होता है, मैकेनिकली ऑपरेटेड होता है। ये रेल बार तो देखो, ये ऐसे ऊपर उठता है और ऐसे नीचे गिरता है जब ट्रेन जाता है आता है। तो क्या यहाँ पे मूवमेंट अलाउ हो रहा है? मूवमेंट अलाउ हो रहा है मतलब कि मूवमेंट को रेजिस्ट नहीं कर पाता है। जब तुम किसी को अलाउ कर रहे हो मतलब कि तुमको उसके ऊपर रेजिस्टेंस नहीं है। तुम अपने लाइफ में अगर किसी को अलाउ कर रहे हो फॉर एनी काइंड ऑफ थिंग, फॉर एनी रिलेशनशिप, फॉर फ्रेंडशिप, व्हाटएवर, देन यू माइट हैव लॉस्ट some amount of resistance to that particular person. Am I right? है कि नहीं?
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly. So in similar way structure behaves. तो जब ये मूवमेंट ये ऊपर नीचे जो जा रहा है ये बार, ये कैसे टाइप का फोर्स है? ये ऊपर नीचे जो जा रहा है इसका मूवमेंट का जो ये तो मूवमेंट है ना, तो ये मूवमेंट के ऊपर रेजिस्टेंस नहीं है। ये हिंज कनेक्शन मूवमेंट को बहुत प्यार करता है। दिस हिंज कनेक्शन लव्स द मूवमेंट फोर्स वेरी मच। This hinge connection has no resistance against this moment force.
Then reaction force.
हाँ, पर ये मतलब ये हिंज फोर्स पर दोनों फोर्स को नहीं मतलब एकदम टॉलरेट नहीं कर सकता। वो है कि हॉरिजॉन्टल फोर्स एंड वर्टिकल फोर्स। मतलब कि ये दोनों फोर्स को ये रेजिस्ट करेगा, ये अपने लाइफ में आने ही नहीं देगा इन दोनों फोर्स को। मतलब कि ये रिएक्शन फोर्स हिंज फोर्स का क्या हुआ, वर्टिकल एंड हॉरिजॉन्टल। तो इसका आर मुझे मिल गया, ये है टू नंबर ऑफ आर। नाउ कम टू दिस सपोर्ट। ओके, सो व्हाट इज दिस सपोर्ट? ये सपोर्ट क्या दिख रहा है? व्हाट काइंड ऑफ सपोर्ट यू कैन से दिस?
Roller support.
एग्जैक्टली, दिस इज अ रोलर सपोर्ट। मतलब ये बीम यहां से यहां चल सकता है। मतलब ये रोलर सपोर्ट को मतलब हॉरिजॉन्टल डायरेक्शन से प्यार है बहुत। इसको हॉरिजॉन्टल फोर्स के अगेंस्ट कोई रेजिस्टेंस ही नहीं कर पाता है, ठीक है। पर ये रेजिस्टेंस क्रिएट करता है टू द वर्टिकल डायरेक्शन, और इसका मूवमेंट के ऊपर भी कोई रेजिस्टेंस नहीं है। मतलब मूवमेंट को भी बहुत प्यार करता है और हॉरिजॉन्टल डायरेक्शन फोर्स को भी बहुत प्यार करता है। पर ये हॉरिजॉन्टल फोर्स से बहुत इसको प्रॉब्लम है। ओके, तो मतलब के यहाँ पे रिएक्शन फोर्स मतलब दुश्मनी, इन सपोर्ट का दुश्मनी कौन कौन से फोर्स से है? ये हॉरिजॉन्टल, ये वर्टिकल फॉर हिंज एंड दिस वर्टिकल फॉर रोलर। तो हमारा टोटल रिएक्शन फोर्स मतलब कि ये जो हेट करने वाला फोर्स है वो कितना हुआ? यहाँ पे 2 और यहाँ पे 1। हम यहाँ पे अफेक्शनेट फोर्स को नहीं देखेंगे, मतलब जो अलाउ कर रहा है। सो टोटल आर इज हाउ मच? 3। ओके, सो नाउ
Yes, ma'am.
okay, so now see, this is one member only which has been rested over this support system. एक ही मेंबर है जो कि इन दोनों सपोर्ट सिस्टम के ऊपर है। तो एक मेंबर का इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस कितना रहता है? इंटरनली रेजिस्टेंस कितने डायरेक्शन में कर पाता है? तीनों डायरेक्शन में, वर्टिकल, हॉरिजॉन्टल एंड मूवमेंट। तो ये इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस क्या है? ये इसीलिए ये तो कांस्टेंट ही रहेगा ना, ये इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस जो कि तीनों है। मतलब कि ये R इक्वल टू जो 3n हम पढ़े थे, ये फॉर्मूला, तभी स्टैटिकल डिटरमिनेंट होगा। तो देखो यहाँ पे एक ही मेंबर है तो यहाँ पे n1 है, सो 3 into 1, और यहाँ पे हमारा रिएक्शन भी कितना आया? 3 आया। मतलब कि यहाँ पे भी 3, यहाँ पे भी 3। मतलब कि ये क्या है? स्टैटिकली डिटरमिनेंट या इनडिटरमिनेंट?
डिटरमिनेंट।
एग्जैक्टली, सो दिस इज अ स्टैटिकली डिटरमिनेंट स्ट्रक्चर। मतलब कि इस स्ट्रक्चर को और कोई एक्स्ट्रा अननोन फोर्स की जरूरत नहीं है या फिर अननोन फोर्स इसमें है ही नहीं, एक्स्ट्रा कोई फोर्स इस पे नहीं है, मतलब ये सिस्टम एकदम अप्रोप्रिएट है। मतलब what can I say, this structure is totally self sufficient to transfer its load from its body to support system and its body to from its body to support system and from support system to its body. This structure is self sufficient. Okay, this is a statical determinant structure. Okay, तो अब तुम लोग मुझे थोड़ा बताओ इस स्ट्रक्चर का क्या होगा, डिस्कस करके बताओ, मैं भी सुनना चाहती हूँ। ओके, तो पहले तो देखोगे कि कितना सारा सपोर्ट है, हाउ मेनी सपोर्ट्स आर इन द सिस्टम। सो देयर आर 3 सपोर्ट एज वी कैन सी, राइट, 1 2 3, there are 3 support. Now go to the individual supports. So let's start from this support. This is a type of fixed support, right? So fixed support मतलब इतना ज्यादा जिद्दी सपोर्ट है, ये किसी को अपने लाइफ में आने नहीं देता, सबको रेजिस्ट कर देता है, सबको भगा देता है अपने लाइफ से, बहुत ही जिद्दी सपोर्ट है। इसीलिए मतलब कोई भी अगर ये किसी मेंबर को अगर पकड़ के रखेगा तो उस मेंबर को किसी दूसरे के साथ मिलने नहीं देगा, तो ये बहुत ही जिद्दी है। तो इसका रेजिस्टेंस क्या, हॉरिजॉन्टल भी है, वर्टिकल भी है, ये किसी भी फोर्स से प्यार नहीं करता, सबको रेजिस्ट कर देता है। ओके, सो देयर इज अ 3 रिएक्शन फोर्स गिवन बाय दिस फिक्स्ड सपोर्ट। ओके, now let us come to this support. What is this support?
रोलर।
रोलर, एग्जैक्टली, वेरी गुड, ये रोलर सपोर्ट है। तो देखो अब रोलर सपोर्ट क्या, बहुत ही वीक सपोर्ट है, मतलब कि वीक सपोर्ट मतलब कि ये बहुत ही जल्दी मतलब प्यार में पड़ जाता है, मतलब ये मूवमेंट को भी अलाउ कर देता है अपने लाइफ में, और ये हॉरिजॉन्टल डायरेक्शन का जो फोर्स है इसको भी अपने लाइफ में अलाउ कर देता है। बट सिर्फ रेजिस्टेंस क्या, वर्टिकल फोर्स से ही इसको ये रेजिस्ट करता है। मतलब कि इसको अगर इधर धक्का दोगे तो इस रोलर के ऊपर जो मेंबर है वो चलना शुरू हो जाएगा, मतलब कि इसका कोई रेजिस्टेंस नहीं है, इसका कोई काबू नहीं है उसके ऊपर। इसके ऊपर अगर मूवमेंट आ जाएगा तो ये मूवमेंट को भी काबू नहीं कर पाएगा, ये मूवमेंट को अलाउ कर देगा अपने लाइफ में। पर अगर कोई वर्टिकल डायरेक्शन यहाँ पे आए तो ये कोशिश करेगा कि ऑपोजिट, इक्वल एंड ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन का वर्टिकल फोर्स यहाँ पे रेजिस्ट करना ये अलाउ करेगा। तो यहाँ पे से हम देख सकते हैं कि रिएक्शन फोर्स कितना है इस सपोर्ट में, रोलर में, ओनली वन रिएक्शन सपोर्ट, मतलब ये हेट कौन से फोर्स को ज्यादा करता है, मतलब रेजिस्ट करता है, वो है ये एक। Next, this is also a roller support, so there must be also one resistance, right? So now calculate how many reaction forces here, 3 plus 1 plus 1, so total of 5 reaction forces. Okay, अब बोलो ये मेंबर कितना है इस सिस्टम में, मेंबर कितना है, you can observe.
One member.
Exactly, one member. A single member is rested upon this 2 roller and fixed in a fixed support. Okay, so there is one member, so N will be 1. So now what was our formula? R
3 into N.
Exactly, R is equal to 3N. So there will be an internal resistance of this member will be always 3. So what is our reaction here? This is 5 and 3. How many member? 1. See, यहाँ पे 5 है और यहाँ पे 3 है, ये 5 ये ज्यादा है 3 से, मतलब कि ये स्टैटिकली इंडिटरमिनेट स्ट्रक्चर है, ये इक्वली मतलब ये सेम नहीं है वैल्यू, मतलब ये रिएक्शन फोर्स मतलब इस सिस्टम के लिए एक्स्ट्रा है। तो हमारा एक्स्ट्रा अननोन फोर्सेस यहाँ पे कितना है, 2, 5 -3 हमारा एक्स्ट्रा रिडंडेंट मतलब एक्स्ट्रा, ओके, मतलब जिसका कोई काम नहीं है, तो वो हमारा रिडंडेंट या फिर अननोन फोर्स है यहाँ पे 2। तो देखो यहाँ पे 2 कौन कौन से है ये भी दिखा देती हूँ। देखो इसका अगर फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम मैं ड्रॉ करती, सो द फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम मस्ट बी इन अ वर्टिकल, in a movement and in a horizontal direction. There is 3. For roller there is 1. For a roller there is 1. So here we have seen there is second degree of indeterminacy we have observed here in this problem, right? So there is 2 extra redundant force. So we can neglect 2 redundant force. In which way? See, if we can cut this moment, one moment, and if we can cut this force, okay, you can cut any of it providing to maintain the stability of the structure. तुम कैसे भी इसका जो फोर्स है उसको मतलब डिटर्मिनेंट बनाने के लिए इसको रिड्यूस कर सकते हो, प्रोवाइडिंग इस स्ट्रक्चर को स्टेबल रहना पड़ेगा फिर उसके बाद भी, क्योंकि हर स्टैटिकली डिटर्मिनेंट स्ट्रक्चर स्टेबल नहीं होता है। तो देखो यहाँ पे से अगर मैं मोमेंट को उठा दी तो ये क्या बन जाएगा, रिएक्शन फोर्स, हॉरिजॉन्टल एंड वर्टिकल फोर्स ही रह जाएगा। तो हॉरिजॉन्टल एंड वर्टिकल रिएक्शन फोर्स कौन सा सपोर्ट देता है, हॉरिजॉन्टल एंड वर्टिकल, एग्जैक्टली हिंज। तो यहाँ पे अगर एग्जैक्टली तो यहाँ पे अगर फिक्स सपोर्ट की जगह मैं हिंज प्रोवाइड करती और इस हॉरिजॉन्टल इस वर्टिकल फोर्स को भी मैं रिड्यूस कर दी, तो मतलब कि इस रोलर को भी मैं घटा दी, तो ये जो न्यू मेंबर को मैं अगर ऐसे बनाती कि ये हिंज सपोर्ट है और यहाँ पे एक रोलर सपोर्ट है, तो ये स्ट्रक्चर स्टैटिकली डिटर्मिनेंट बन जाता। तो देखो ये स्ट्रक्चर स्टेबल भी है, मतलब कि ये अगर यहाँ से तुम फोर्स अप्लाई करोगे तो ये हिंज है तो ये रेजिस्ट करेगा, ये वर्टिकल फोर्सेस को भी रेजिस्ट कर रहा है, मतलब कि ये स्टेबल स्ट्रक्चर, ये किसी भी जगह में मतलब डिसलोकेट हो नहीं जाएगा, ओके। तो इस स्ट्रक्चर का जो ये सेकेंड डिग्री ऑफ इंडिटर्मिनेंसी है, तो इसको हम डिटर्मिनेंट ऐसे भी बना सकते हैं, we can make that determinant structure to be this way also. Okay, clear? Up to this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone?
Yes.
Okay, I hope up to this the concept of statical indeterminate